The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
21.
Breeze now on first down. Forced out to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you play a strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 30 yards there. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Buying time to his left. Incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target. And that'll make it third down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to back.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jack Crawford with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And Lutz puts this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he that he's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss? Gets his confidence back up, and who knows, they may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
To throw, it's Breeze. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Ben Watson was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
12.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. A very solid gain of 27.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wringer and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They go with a fullback line, and he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. This is Zach Line, the fullback, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Zach Line taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Ryan going underneath. It's Coleman. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. Coleman now. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
21.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze rolling to his right. That is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Breeze. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. A give, this is Kamara. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bruce Irvin in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them, not necessarily what you...
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there, Ryan to Jones, 56 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, a 23-yard run. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about today is track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Breeze now to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Jack Crawford in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play for the Saints on 3rd down. 59 yards. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Here we go. Hey, two.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
He'll get it up the middle. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jack Crawford able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here. Brees now. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Desmond Trufant.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Hey, Tuesday.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And got his man complete. He got 29 yards that time. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. Ryan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10.